Welcome to our tree planting ceremony in recognition of our 100-year anniversary. A tree planting ceremony is a symbolic way of honoring our past. A tree with its strong roots to weather any storm reminds us to look to those who have gone before us for guidance and grounding when we are faced with challenges. A tree planting ceremony is also a symbolic gesture towards the future. President Johnson, in a tree ceremony at the White House, said, "A man does not plant a tree for himself. He plants it for posterity. The real work is not in our time, but the time to come." The tree helps us to remember that the promise of a brighter tomorrow is realized by the right actions we make today. This tree is a vulnerable, fragile, and young tree. It is only through our constant, tender care that it will grow strong and powerful, providing shade and comfort to those in the future. Just as we support the most vulnerable in our community with constant, tender care, so they too may grow strong. So now we will have some earth brought from all of our locations, and we will have some earth also brought from a location in our past at Higman Hill. But we're going to begin with Ruth, who will come up and she will read a poem and bring some earth with her.
Okay, I have some beautiful earth from our Bath office. This represents all the folks that have walked through the doors that have had heavy hearts and a burden on their shoulders. And it is our goal and our heartbeat to help lighten their burden and to give them a softer place to walk. So as I place this earth on our little tree, it's to remember our family and our friends in Bath and the path that they walk. So I'm going to do that right now. May the roots grow strong. And I'm going to start a poem, and it's titled Go Plant a Tree, and it's by Ella Wheeler Wilcox. And I have to take off my glasses to see it. God, what a joy it is to plant a tree, and from the sour earth watch it rise, lifting its emerald branches to the skies in silent adoration, and to see its strength and its glories waxing each spring. Yes, 'tis goodly and gladsome thing to plant a tree.
So I have dirt from the Hornell office, although I'm not sure where we got it from the Hornell office, but it should be there. I am placing earth from the Hornell office that represents the important role of that community at Family Service Society. We strive daily to keep families strong by working through life's rough spots through our programs there. Nature has many marvels, but a tree seems more than marvelous. It is divine. So generous, so tender, so benign. Not garrulous like the rivers, and yet free, in pleasant converse with the winds and birds. Oh, privilege beyond explaining words, to plant a tree.
Hello all. I'm Mike Foster. I'm from the Youth Center. We were able to find some dirt, soil, from the Youth Center. And this is in honor of Laura Richardson Houghton, without which we wouldn't have the Youth Center today. It was through her hard work, dedication, and contributions that we now have a safe place, an enlightening place for children of our community. Rocks are majestic, but unlike a tree, they stand aloof and silent. In the roar of oceans, billows breaking on the shore, there sounds the voice of turmoil. But a tree speaks ever of companionship and rest. Yea, of all righteous acts, this is best, to plant a tree.
Social Service Society, as our agency was first called, was formed in 1916 just outside Corning on Higman Hill. The Higman Hill Health Camp, also known as Fresh Air Camp, was financed partly by Red Cross Christmas sale funds and provided opportunities for children at risk of developing tuberculosis, primarily due to malnourishment or exposure, to have proper nutrition, play, and learn during the summer months. They expanded their work almost immediately to ensure child labor laws were enforced, addressed issues of infant mortality, started a dental program in the school along with providing milk to school children, and helped found the precursor to the American Heart Association. Social Service Society became incorporated in 1918, putting things in motion to where we are today 100 years later.
And this is a poem called The Tree of Life by Mia Ocean.
This tree is not only a tree, this is a friendly tree, that this is always watching over you. This tree is not only a tree, it is a magical tree that makes miracles happen.
Hopes become realities, and nevers become alwayses. This tree is not only a tree, it is where everything started.
It is the tree of life.
So on this beautiful day and this wonderful tree planting ceremony and the poetry, I conclude with these observations. With an attitude of gratitude, we plant this tree. We invite all our friends to come and see the leaves of green that will change to red and grasp the meaning of what was said as we celebrate service to families for 100 years, bringing change to all, sometimes in joy and sometimes in tears. We thank our donors who have given us a past and ask for continued support for what will last. Talented staff with their good consultations, dedicated staff with their steady administration, an executive director and board members with their thoughtful deliberations, who develop statements of vision and mission for direction and follow laws and policies that give protection, so that, in the words about the world's great sage, all we serve will grow in wisdom and grace and age. Back in 1913, August that year, Alfred Joyce Kilmer wrote the poem Trees. I think I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree.